The project will involve the building of a new stadium on the site of the current Camp Nou. One of the great things about Camp Nou at the moment is the visibility, the view of the pitch for spectators in a stadium that holds 100,000. This view of the pitch is excellent. It could be a little better in certain areas of the ground, but in comparison to other stadiums, it's very good, and we're going to maintain those very high standards. In addition, the proposal involves the construction of a new Palau Blaugrana that's going to be on the current site of the mini-estadi. As we explained in December, as for the mini-estadi, one of the options is that it can be built on the land we bought next to the Joan Gamper training complex. So that's an option for the mini-estadi. Now we come to the three parts or three key elements of the rebuilding of Camp Nou, or the new Camp Nou, as we might call it as time goes by. The capacity will be for 105,000 spectators, and with this small increase from 100,000 to 105,000 spectators, it means we can look to reduce the waiting list for season tickets that we've been sorting out over the past couple of years. And as well, we'll have enough space in the new stadium to be able to improve comfort in general for the fans, and as well we can ensure the greatest number of options to maximize the activities of the club itself. As for the stands at Camp Nou, the idea is that the first tier will be steeper, because that's the part of the stadium where visibility is at its worst. It doesn't match up to more modern stadiums in that respect. The rake is too shallow, so it's suggested that this tier is going to be elevated to improve comfort and visibility of the pitch. The second tier will be pretty much as it is now. This is the main part of the original 1957 stadium, so that will retain its current configuration. And then there's the third tier. This is the tier, the top tier that was added as part of the 1982 extension. We're going to complete the half circle it now consists of to make a full circle around the top of the stadium. The fans will be totally covered, but not the pitch, which will remain uncovered. As for the work itself, we have a projected schedule, which is an estimate because it depends on the town planning process, and that doesn't only depend on us at the club, it also depends on the Barcelona Town Council as well. And then there's the licenses involved. So our estimate is that the work will take place between May 2017 and February 2021, and that's made up of 4 summers and 3.5 seasons. To minimize the inconvenience and to do the work in the most efficient way, the idea is to approach the project in phases and according to different areas or sectors of the stadium as well. Obviously, the work to the stands will be done in the summer months when there aren't games being played, and the interior work under the stands, we can do that work in sectors, in areas during the course of the football season. And the team will continue to play all its games at Camp Nou, and the effect on capacity is going to be minimal, and all season ticket holders will be able to attend all games during this period. In the end, all of this has to be paid for, of course, and the big question is how we're going to pay for it, how we're going to finance this major and very exciting project that Mr. Moix has just outlined to us. Well, the total cost will be 600 million euros. This is a very approximate figure at this stage. It's a project which will take place over the next 6 to 8 years, and costs can vary. We hope the costs will go down, of course, rather than up, and we'll work to reduce the figure of 600 million euros. But that is the figure that our financial advisors have set, as Mr. Moix has explained. So how are we going to finance the project? First of all, it could be paid for over 8 years, but I can't be precise on that. It could be between 8 and 10 years, but the most important and relevant message here is that we won't mortgage a whole generation of Football Club Barcelona to finance this stadium. It won't take 20 or 30 years to pay for this building project. We hope to pay for it in 8 years, it could be 8, 9, 10 years, but that's the projection according to the figures that we're going to present. And mostly we're going to pay for it via our own resources. That's to say, we've rejected financing any of it through club members. We've rejected looking for major contributions from outside the club via financial institutions, etc. So basically, and for the most part, the idea is that the club itself will finance the project from the resources it generates from within.